My belief is that relationships really only work within the context of respect. And sometimes people will say, well, you know, I can respect a colleague for their work ethic. I don't just respect them personally. Well, yes and no. It would be really hard for you to work in an actively collaborative, successful manner with somebody who you didn't respect at a personal level. So for me, fundamentally, relationships only work with the presence of respect. I love quotes. Here's one of my favorites. I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking me. All I ask is that you respect me as a human being, the great Jackie Robinson. Now, for many people, being respected is actually more important than being liked. Of course, we would all like to be liked. That's a good thing. But why is it you think that we care so much about being respected? You know, I'll just let, it's a nice, kind of a small group, throw out some ideas. No wrong answers here. How's that? Why do you, hopefully you agree that most of us, push comes to shove, respect is really, really critical. Why do you think that is?
It boosts your self-worth.
Okay, boosts your self-worth. Excellent.
Shows your value.
Who said that? That is excellent. It's very related to what you said. But that really is, did you read the book? Okay. That really is the right answer. Because what it suggests is that you are perceived as having value to your team and to your tribe. Respect actually is a matter of life and death. And I'm going to prove this to you, I think prove it to you right now. So I want you to consider, remember dueling, Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr. Duels, which we know were considered a fine way of settling disputes up until the late 1800s, were almost always a matter of restoring honor or respect. So in the case of Aaron Burr and Hamilton, it was the one criticizing the other publicly in the newspaper. Understand, I am willing to kill you or be killed by you to restore respect, the honor that I have. In some cultures, individuals create ritual suicide, conduct ritual suicide in order to restore honor and respect. Gang members certainly kill one another over this issue because all that matters to them is respect, you know, the respect of their colors or their turf. And if you think about the phrase, remember, being dissed, being disrespected. And then finally, we certainly go to war and have revolutions over this issue of respect. And certainly in the case of the Civil War, not entirely, but largely due to our treatment of African Americans. So there is example after example. At a very primitive level, we understand that when we are disrespected, it means we are not valued. It's a matter of survival. When you're respected, you're viewed as having that value, which then means that you are protected. People that are fired from organizations are not viewed as having a lot of value. Their contributions are not respected. So we get this sense that when we're not listened to, for example, when we're not respected, it ends up making us vulnerable. When we're respected, people listen to us. And when we're respected, people don't mess with you, which is a really good thing as well. I want to talk for just about a minute, because most of you are leaders in this room in some way. The relationship between respect and power, where power is the ability to influence others. I want you to think about for a moment the people in your life that you've respected the most. So it could be certainly a parent, a grandparent, or a manager that you've had. You will also notice that that person had a tremendous amount of influence on you. And conversely, if you think about those in your life that had the greatest influence, it's also those for whom you held the highest level of respect. As a leader, as the level of respect goes, so does the level of influence, the level of power. Remember the picture of Martin Luther King on the mall? That, for me, is really the demonstration of true leadership and of true power, the ability to influence others. If you think you're a great leader and you look behind, there's no one behind you, you're probably not a great leader. So, lose respect, lose followers, and lose power. Just get that. We have great leaders. When they lose respect, they lose followers, and they lose power. There are lots of examples of this. Here's one that comes to mind. So, 7-time winner of the Tour de France, resigns from his own nonprofit board, stripped of his medals. Bill Cosby, Joe Paterno. Joe Paterno is one certainly of the saddest cases. I mean, 60 years of preaching honor and integrity and respect, and it was just one for something he didn't do, which clearly he should have done. But one thing, it's all gone like that. You lose all of it instantly. So one of the things I'd like for you to consider is the importance of respect in your personal life and then also professionally, and the relationship between that and your ability to influence others, including your team members.